Hello, this is Roya, and I'm going to talk to you today about ebooks versus physical books. Now, one problem with ebooks is that sometimes the screen can go bad, like on this one. So, mine is currently broken, as you can see, so new screens are pretty expensive, apparently, on a Kindle, but I don't want to buy a new Kindle either, so I'm still just, hoping that at some point I'll get a chance to go troll Goodwill for some like broken Kindles and take one of their screens or something. Physical book 1, ebook 0. But when you're traveling, an ebook can really come in handy. So like if you're going on a really long trip and you're gonna be spending like 14 hours on a plane, you don't want to bring like 14 books with you. You'd rather just put them on your ebook, right? And just take like some books for like in case the ebook runs out of batteries. So, so as far as traveling goes and spending like a lot of time on planes and trains and stuff, ebooks are definitely better for that. Point goes to the ebook. I spent a year living in Germany, and during that time, I actually brought an entire suitcase just full of books. But I had also just been given a Kindle for my birthday, and I took the Kindle with me too and downloaded a ton of books on that too. And I actually ended up reading like all the books. One advantage I did find though about physical books but was that they didn't attract a lot of unwanted attention when you're on the bus or on the train or something. Because for some reason, even though people in Germany like don't talk to strangers, that just doesn't really happen, but sometimes it did, because Kindles were still so new there. Since I did so much traveling there, it was a lot better to not take so many electronic things that might attract thieves and stuff when you're staying in hostels and whatnot. So when that happens, it's a lot easier to just take physical books with you. Physical books 2, ebooks 1. Another good thing about ebooks, though, is that sometimes the ebooks are cheaper than the physical books. And another thing, too, is that if my Kindle here were, not broken right now, I would be getting so many more library books and not having to, like, wait for them to not be on hold, because you can get library books on your e-reader. In that case, point goes to the e-reader. Another big problem occurs when you're reading a really thick book. Let's say, for instance, I wanted to read this gigantic, huge book. I'm not going to take this on a trip. I'll give myself back problems. So, if you wanted to get like a really thick book like that, you can read it on your ebook. Point goes to the ebook. Also, another problem though with e-readers is that they don't, well, at least Kindles don't really show page numbers. They kind of just show you percentage of the way through the book that you've gotten. So when I read The Mists of Avalon on my e-reader, I had no idea how long that book actually was. And so when it would take me like a freaking hour to get 1% of the way through the book, I would wonder like, how long is this freaking book? And I mean, it's a really good book. I loved it, but it just seemed to drag on because I couldn't look at the back and go, hey, how many pages is this? Because it doesn't show you. And maybe some e-readers do show you the actual page numbers, but mine didn't for some reason. Point goes to the physical book. They seem to be tied. Ebooks and physical books at this point, I think, unless I totally lost track of the points I was administering there. Ebooks have their advantages too, even though I know there are a lot of purists out there who are like, oh, why e-readers? Books should be something that you can like turn the pages of and blah blah. But really, they do really come in handy. I really miss having a working e-reader. Also, physical books are really awesome too, because I can actually hold them up and show you what book I'm talking about. Cats like physical books the best because they can rub their faces on them. Yeah, and they don't run out of batteries. There is that. My personal opinion, I think physical books are superior to e-readers. However, I really do like both. I think both are awesome, and I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time.